is the Abby Normal Podcast, here to tell you that you're weird and that's normal.
VM is all-encompassing. Voicemails, voice memos, vagina monologues. It's the shit that, like, we weren't intentionally recording.
Right.
Darlene is a romance writer who you met on the Written Consent episode. But one thing that has stuck with me is the sweet description of her relationship with her dad from the After School Special episode. What she didn't mention then is that her dad actually passed away when she was 26. Today she has a very important PSA for all of us. But of course we have to warm up to it with a funny story about the portrait studio at Sears and how those 80s family photos might show up unexpectedly.
So I was a Kmart girl most of the time because that's what we could afford. But then, like, when Grandma sent money, I got to go to Sears.
Yeah.
Or like special occasion.
I remember, like, for, like, Christmas pictures, getting, like, green velvet dresses with white lace. Trim at Sears.
Yes, and
Fancy.
we got our pictures taken at Sears.
Sears,
They had the portrait studio. So we would, like, all the kids, they would dress the kids up, and we would, and this is, in my family, this would be plus the cousins, because my cousins are really close. So we would all, like, get our pictures taken together. Yeah, totally.
Does that even happen now? Like, do people go to portrait studios now?
I don't think so.
I don't know, sadly.
I don't even know if they exist anymore. I feel like Sears only really sells washing machines now.
Right.
Yeah.
I did see a Sears, like, yesterday, and I was surprised that it still existed.
Yeah, you're like, Sears.
Yeah.
Pretty appliance focused.
Yeah.
But remember they would have photo studios in the mall?
Yes. Oh, yeah, totally.
Can
Oh
we
my
go
gosh.
get glamour shots done?
Oh, my God, glamour shots.
At last I heard there was
Right now.
one
Let's go.
glamour shots in the Bay Area.
I want to go. I want to
go.
now.
I want to go so bad.
We need to
Or
go.
we could just make our own glamour shots here in the Plounge.
Glamour shots by Deb.
Yeah, we could do it in the Plounge. Like, we get some like, tinsel to put up on the wall so it's, like, metallic
like
and
feather
streamery.
boas.
Some feather boas.
God, I need this. And we need lots of makeup.
So much blush.
So much
much
blush.
blush.
Like bright red blush, like straight up, like all the way. Yes.
Do you think we can still find, like, a hair crimper somewhere?
I probably have a hair crimper.
Oh, thank God.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I love crimped hair.
Oh my God.
I'm going to start doing
I feel like
crimped
a
hair.
side ponytail with a crimp would just be amazing right now.
In a scrunchie, which are
In a
we can
yeah.
easily find those now.
Totally.
I gifted you a scrunchie.
Is it tie-dyed?
No.
Is it
those
pink?
nice silk ones I gave you.
Oh, yeah. No, I use that all the time. Aside from when my kid is using it to tie up her t-shirt.
Rude.
Speaking of hair, I have a quick story to tell about middle school hair. I think I was in 8th grade and my sister was in 9th grade. It starts sad, but it's going to get funny, okay?
Oh, thank goodness.
So it's going to be okay. So the sad part is that the reason that this all occurred was that we had my father's funeral to conduct. So when that happened, we were putting like a bunch of pictures up in the funeral parlor, and my mom got to pick everything. My mom would be like, I like this. We're like, okay, Mom, whatever you want, Mom. And so we were upstairs and we pulled out like all these pictures that had hung on my parents' wall. So every year we got a family portrait and they would like replace the old one and put up a new one, right? So we had like this closet full of these framed family pictures. And that's what we were going through to decide which ones to take with us. And when we were all pulling things out and holding them up. So there's that, by the way, I have 2 brothers and 1 sister and I'm in the middle. I know that doesn't sound like you can be in the middle at 4, but believe me, I am the middle child. So in every way. So we're pulling them out and we're holding them up, like all 4 of us. And we're like, Mom, what do you think of this one? What do you think of this one? And then she gets to pick on whatever she wants. Well, she picked this one picture. She said it was her favorite. And my sister and I must have spent a half an hour trying to talk her out of it. And we were like gently, because you can't, you have to, right? And I remember my brothers were just like, Mom gets what Mom wants. And we're like, I know, but Mom, what about this one? What about this one, Mom? And she's like, no, I want that one. And we're like, Mom, but have you thought about, no, to no avail. She's like, that's my favorite. It's huge. It's like this massive, it's the biggest one we have. It's this massive frame photo. I don't know size, but it was huge, right? So that ends up in the funeral home.
Yeah.
There are 6 people in this photo. So there's 4 kids and 2 adults. My sister's hair takes up a quarter of this picture, okay? Like, her hair is so big, and it's 1988, and her hair is just enormous. She has, like, the wings coming out the side, and she has, like, the great big...
the bangs.
Huge. Yeah. Her hair is so big. Everything else is, like, dwarfed in the picture. And then I have the mullet perm going on. Right. It's all bad. Yeah. And my little brother... Our little brother is like adorable little redhead. He looks like Howdy Doody. He's like the cutest thing ever. And there's me and my sister. And so for 3 days during the visitation and funeral, we had people being like, so, Joy. And her hair's red. So it wasn't like, I mean, it was like.
Oh, that's so bold.
It was
so bold.
It was something else.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we were thinking.
Well, I'm glad that your sister's hair brought some levity to the funeral.
You know what? It did. It was like this. It's like this. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. It was this horrible time, but at least we had my sister's hair.
Right. So how old were you?
In the picture?
No, when this was happening.
Oh, when my father passed.
Yeah.
I was 26 years old when my father passed.
Okay.
Way too young to lose my daddy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes.
What happened?
He suddenly got colon cancer at 51 years old. So if you're thinking of skipping your colonoscopy, don't. Colon cancer is deadly.
Go get it.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
Do you know when men are like supposed to get that done?
So if you have no family history, you'll start at 50.
Men and women.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everyone needs a colonoscopy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Annie. So if you have no family history, you start at 50. But if you have any family history of colon cancer or colon polyps, it may not even be cancer, it might just be polyps, so you kind of have to know. Mm-hmm. If your parents have ever had any of those issues, then you usually will start earlier and you'll talk to your doctor.
Okay.
So
talk to your doctor.
Mm-hmm. I've already started. My mom had colon cancer too, but she's alive and well and fine. Yep. But I've been getting colonoscopies for years. Yay.
Is that weird that they both got it?
Yeah. I mean, my dad, just to be totally clear, my dad's not my biological dad, but he's my dad.
Okay.
So for me, there's still just one genetic parent.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, he died of it at 51. And then my mom, I don't know, I'm trying to think of how many years, I think it was 15 years later, had a routine colonoscopy and it came up that she had colon cancer. And as you can imagine, it was...
Oh my gosh.
Emotionally.
Oh my gosh.
You know, no matter what kind of cancer you have, it's intense. But it made it so much worse for all of us because... it had killed my dad.
Right.
And so it was just like...
terror.
So, yep. So she had the surgery and a mini chemo and she's fine.
Okay.
Thank God. Colonoscopy is very, very important.
Do it. Get one.
Yes. Colon cancer is, if it's not caught, it's one of the most deadly cancers. And if it's caught, it's one of the most curable cancers.
Okay.
So, totally get it. Yes. That's my PSA.